Then there's that Luke 15 chapter. That very famous story. How is it that the father of the prodigal received the young man with such joy, and the older brother couldn't bear to be in the younger brother's presence? Well, clearly there was more than one reason for it. But was it that the father took the young man's sins less seriously than the brother? Was that it? Yes. The father was soft on sin. I mean, he was all heart, wasn't he? Filled with emotion. So sin didn't matter to him. And since he didn't take sin so seriously, he was able to forgive more easily. That makes sense. Well, one thing's for sure. The older brother had the young guy's moral number, didn't he? He really saw him as a waster, immoral, and with little or no commitment to the family. Now, it's true that the older brother had his own faults, but that doesn't change the fact that the younger boy was one bratty, selfish clod. See? That's why the older brother couldn't bear the welcome that the young fella got. He saw his sin for what it really was. But the father saw the young man's sin also. In fact, when he spoke of him, he said he was lost. When he spoke of him, he said he was dead. He didn't deny the reality or ugliness of his sins. He put the stress on their destructive nature. It's clear the older brother, who thought of himself more highly than he should have, it's clear that he hated the young man's sin. But he had no longing for his return. He didn't miss him while he was gone. And we know that because he didn't like it when the boy came back and was welcomed. He felt no loss at his missing brother. He felt no sense of mourning at his death. He didn't lie at night wondering where the kid was, how it was going with him. And there lay the difference between him and his father. There lay the difference between him and a lover. He had his eye only on sins, and only on the truth that sins are ugly. And the Father, he had his heart set on the sinner. We're not to think that love of the wee boy blinded the Father to the Son's great wrong, because ultimately only lovers with great hearts can see sin for what it is and feel sin for what it is. Their view of it is nothing as shallow as mere moral legality or moral failure. To them, it's that. But to them, it's moral destruction. It's self-destruction. And it is hurt and agony to those who love the sinners. To them, sin's not an abstraction talked about between strangers or theologians or preachers or very upright churchgoing people. No. To lovers, it is a moral reality, but it's a moral reality that is unraveling, destroying a relationship between family members. Is it not at this point that the difference between God and us, between Jesus Christ and us, becomes agonizingly apparent? Who do we miss? Who do we mourn over? Whose return would fill us with sheer unadulterated joy? Anybody?